first off say that I'm praying for you all, praying for you and your families. I'm not just saying that. I really am praying for you all. If you haven't, I think we've all realized that this is a major event that is going to affect, or if it hasn't already, will affect each and every one of us. Not just one way or another, but will affect all of us big time. Um, so there will be suffering. There are, I mean, already there's suffering just by being isolated from our communities. It's great family time, and there's a lot of great things that can come through this. This is a great time to increase our prayer time, but we can't escape, nor should we try to be escaping the reality of the present moment and everything. So I just, as I'm talking, over these next 10, 15 minutes, just addressing what faith formation is going to look like, and just want to preface with that. I am praying for you all. I'm not just trying to give you work, and I'm not like understanding everybody's situation right now, how hard it is to learn how to do homeschool with your children, let alone try and juggle faith formation too. But I obviously, you all know how important faith formation is. You know, it's just as important, and actually more important than school, in as far as that it is for our eternal well-being, not just our temporal well-being. So when I'm speaking about what's coming over these next couple months, I'm with you, and I know that it's hard. So moving from faith formation now to home faith is actually, for our program, not that difficult for us on our end. We are blessed that we already have a home faith program in place, and so we know what it's like to already work with parents remotely, somewhat, and so we are used to helping and encouraging and empowering parents in their catechesis of their children. So, in a one-to-one fashion, as you will be doing in home faith for the next couple months. Now, 6th through 8th grade parents, you're not going to be as heavily involved as the younger parents are. We always, as it already is with the 6th through 8th grade home faith parents, I meet with the parents a few times of the year, and I encourage them, and they do work with their 6th through 8th graders. Every parent does a little differently. Some are right there with them every step of the way. Some kind of have an approach that's a little more removed, but they're still in there and having some kind of involvement in their work. Not just some kind of involvement. They definitely are still primary educator, not the videos they're watching, but and the content they're absorbing, but the parents are still the primary educators. Even if they're more hands-off, they're still overseeing it, and they're discussing all of the content with them, and they're making sure that they're really getting it, that they're that they are not just really getting the content, but they're engaging with it, and they're wrestling with it, and all of that. So now on to the content. I just wanted to say that we know what it's like with home faith, and So 6th through 8th grade parents, they have the ability to kind of have um, it be the same as the 1st through 5th grade parents, where they're just doing everything together, or some will take a little bit of a step back. So you have those two options now for these next couple months of catechesis. You can try it one way, and then if one way is not working, then go the other option. And maybe one week you can try doing everything with your child, and then the next week, let your child kind of watch the videos by themselves and discuss afterwards. So yeah, now on to actual content and the videos and the readings. So 6th grade, they have in class finished chosen, and your 6th grader has been reading Dr. John Bergsma's Bible Basics for Catholics. They're going to finish reading that these first couple weeks, and going to be introducing them to Lectio Divina, and 7th and 8th graders will as well, but I'm specifically addressing 6th grade for a second. So they finished chosen, now they're going into just finishing Bible Basics for Catholics, which they did in class, and they kind of were brought through the book, and they read bits and pieces of the book throughout the semester. So they'll finish that. They'll watch a few clips from Catholic Productions. It's a YouTube channel. Dr. Brant Petrie, a couple of videos from him for a couple of weeks, and then they'll get into a program called Presence, produced by the Augustine Institute, which we have through Form. So that's when the home faith program and our faith formation program is just going to come together as one. Home faith for these last 2 weeks are finishing off a couple things from their curriculum. It's a little bit different, but I'm not going to get into that because your faith formation coming into home faith. But then they'll come together in a couple weeks, and Presence is a 5-week program, and it's through Formed. It's a video-based content. It has a study guide, which I'm going to ask you to download and follow through. And there's a leader guide too for you parents to download and work with your 6th grader in it as well. So for those 5 weeks, and there's what's called Lectio Divina. I'm going to do a whole different video on Lectio Divina, so I'm not going to touch that because it's for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. All 3 grades are doing this Lectio Divina exercise. So I'll talk to you about that in a separate video. 7th grade, your 7th and 8th grade, you're doing the same thing. So 7th and 8th grade. 7th grade, your child was going through the theology of the body in class. They got through half, or actually six out of the 10 sessions in class. I'm going to provide, we're going to provide those last 4 sessions of videos for you to be able to sign into Ascension Press. We're going to get that out to you, but we're not going to make that a requirement. But it would be great if you overachieved and they did watch those videos. So, so for you 7th grade, you is going to be done, but you can supplement. And if your child is feeling ambitious, they can get into you with the Augustine Institute Lectio prayer series that I'm going to discuss. So they're also going to get into Lectio Divina for a couple weeks, and then, or just 1 week, and then get into Lectio prayer. In 8th grade, you as well. So 8th grade, you finished alteration. just a few weeks back. Now you're going to also be doing this Lectio prayer series. So 7th and 8th grade, both faith formation and home faith will be doing this exact same thing for about 6 weeks until the end of May. So now the governor said that that's just until through May 1st. We have made these lesson plans, which you see in the flock note attached as well. We've made these lesson plans. I don't know if you whether you looked at the flock note, looked at the lesson plans before or after viewing it. You pull it up now. The lesson plan is made through May. I'm just guessing that it will be extended through May. If that changes, that would be great, and we just finish off in class. But I'm just going to go off of the assumption that it's going to extend, and hopefully that's not the case, but that's probable. As we won't be returning to school. I think most people would agree with that. So we've made the lesson plans through the next 2 months. So you can look at those. So 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, you're doing these video series. Is that both of these produced by the Augustine Institute? 6th grade presence, and 7th and 8th grade Lectio prayer. Both of these are incredibly well done. They're top-notch productions.